Hey y'all, what's going on? So, something came across my mind right now that um, our decisions that we make in life and how we feel determines our situation, our outcome in life. And, because if you act out of your feelings, out of your unhealed feelings, you can make a decision that can prolong your enhancement in life. So basically, our feelings can basically block our healing if we are not conscious and aware of who we are. We can fall victim to our victimization, our justification of not wanting to heal our parts and not to face ourselves, which leads to poor decision making because we decide to block the feelings to be able to heal, to climax to the next stage in our life. And this is what really holds people back all the time. And of course, a numerous of other situations and ideas, but our feelings of the unhealed makes us discombobulated with making the right decisions that can help us progress in life. It is so crucial, so crucial. And that's why it's time for us to wake up for ourselves. And right now is that time, and everybody is seeing a lot of stuff. Everybody is being pumped with information. But at the same time, everybody is seeing things as far as information of what they can handle. So make sure you're not fighting yourself, fighting your feelings, because your feelings can really make you choose things that are not the best for you. And that's relationships, especially with anything and anybody, job, relationships. You could put yourself in a job that you're unhappy. You could put yourself with a person that can take you down a dark hole. And sometimes it's needed, of course. But that's why I'm saying it's so important to feel through what you're feeling so you can heal. So you can not be distracted by those feelings and make the right decision. Because what happens is like the feelings overpower the decision that we want to make. And so sometimes if our feelings are low vibrational, we're going to go with a low vibrational person, a low vibrational job. And it could just make it worse. And sometimes, the choices that we make, it may seem good in the beginning, and then it starts to decline. That's where that happens as well. We think we made a good decision, and then we see afterwards that we really didn't make a good decision because we were going based off of our feeling, and that our feelings were too excited about it. And excitement draws in comfortability, and it just brings in familiarity. That's a long word and a weird word, but familiarizing yourself with that feeling, but it doesn't mean that that person is right for you. People can be in disguise of you thinking that they are right for you when they're just basically matching who you are. And even with relationships, a lot of people, speaking of it being disguised, we look at people and their profession, and we think that because they have this job or this amount of money, that they are the right fit for us, you know? And that's not always the case. You know, they tell people to date someone with money or someone better than you, quote unquote. That is even a terrible thing to say. Someone better than you. We're never better than anybody. We're just learning from each other from a different space. Because when we say better than you, then we're lowering ourselves, you know? So I like to reword it. But don't fall for the delusion just because someone has a good job or they get paid a lot of money that is going to bring in a healthy relationship and that they're healthy. You know, there's been times where I've dated people that were up there as far as what they were doing, and they didn't treat me the best. And then also there were other times where we just didn't match each other. The chemistry wasn't all the way there. And then also you know, they're smart and all this stuff, so you're trusting in them because you feel like, oh, because they're A, B, C, and D, they do these professions, that they're smart. They're not always going to be smart in relationships. Some people, they may be really well at their job, but they're missing that relationship aspect. And sometimes when they feel like because they are up there in whatever they may do, or high in status, that they can do no wrong. That they do no wrong. I'm not saying every person, but I'm just saying we have to be careful how we put people on a pedestal when everybody is the same. You know, it doesn't matter what their profession is. Don't get caught up in losing the fact that they need to work just as hard to get to know you as well. Because what happens, you lower who you are. You devalue who you are. You give your power away. You let them get away with things. You let them talk to you a certain way because, oh, whatever, they get paid. They you know, they know better than me because supposedly they're in this profession. No, that's how a lot of gaslighting happens. A lot of manipulation happens. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. Feelings are so important to address so you won't get manipulated with certain things or impressed by certain things or certain people. There's nothing wrong with dating someone who is ambitious, but ask yourself, are you ambitious? Are you comfortable where you're at in your life? Are you truly, truly happy with everything and who you are? That to me impresses me, is that you know yourself. Because you knowing yourself and getting to know yourself, you're going to go far. Whatever you do, you're going to do it with a great passion. And because you know yourself, you're in your passion. So you're going to level up eventually. You know, like, people are going to sleep on the people who are actually holding themselves accountable, doing the work, and the healing within first. And then everything will fall into place. Everything else will fall into place. Everybody always says, well, you got to get the job and then the wife and then everything falls into place. No. You get yourself together in here first and then everything will fall into place. It's just like a car alignment, you know. When you need a car alignment, you know, the cars are going to be like this, right? And uneven, you're going to fall behind, and you can't keep up with people. You can't contribute to the world. The car cannot keep up with other cars. They cannot keep that pace going. They fall behind. And then when you get the alignment done, you see how important it is to get an alignment, because you could put yourself in danger if you don't get that alignment. You, like I said, you'll fall behind. You can't speed up in time, you know, or when you're getting on the freeway, you can't speed up and get onto the freeway. There's other people that are moving faster than you, so you kind of put yourself in a dangerous spot. So when you fix the alignment, you could keep up with people. Your focus is different. You are open-minded to suggestion. You have discernment of when to get over. Like, can you get into that lane? And you stay in your lane if you have to. And then when you're ready, you get out of that, and then you progress. And you always know that there's going to be people who are going to be going faster than you, but you know how to stay in your lane. You're confident with who you are. People can't pull the wool over your eyes. You're not jealous of other people. You don't pick the wrong partners. Like this, the chances are slim, because you are in alignment with who you are. So treat your body like a car alignment. Sometimes us people, we treat our cars better than we treat our bodies. You can't just wash the outside of the car and not vacuum the inside. And that's how some people roll. So it's the same thing. Make sure that you're internally cleaning out and vacuuming out the things that you don't, that necessarily don't feel the best, and that you need to address. So don't be fooled by anybody, by anything. And the way you don't get fooled is to get to know who you are and address the feelings that are unhealed, so you won't get taken advantage of on this earth, because that can easily happen. And we spend time and we waste time. And of course, all of it could be a lesson, but if we sit here and we really hone in on who we are, we can have less and less lessons. Aren't we tired of going through certain lessons? We don't continuously have to do that. So if somebody doesn't feel right, that thing doesn't feel right, that job doesn't feel right, just don't do it. That's how you start clearing out and using discernment with your feelings. You're basically getting in touch with your feelings. That's basically what it is, but we make it so hard, and it doesn't have to be. So make sure you keep yourself in alignment and you help yourself, because people who are always wanting to help themselves first, and meaning they're trying the best that they can with what they have and what they know, and then they're learning on top of that, you're going to progress. You're going to progress little by little. You will progress. It's the people who try not to help themselves first that get into trouble. And trust me, I was that person where I thought that I had to go to other people to help me out, when a lot of things that I could have been doing, I could be doing a lot of things on my own. Taking charge of your own self, of every corner. You're helping yourself internally and physically, so you can feel the best that you can, so you can reap the benefits of being on this earth, so you know what heaven feels like on earth, so you can reach the pinnacle of who you are. So remember to continue to help yourself and stay in alignment. And don't be deceived, and use discernment, and continue to progress and work on who you are. All right, y'all? Peace. I love y'all.